Okay, so the first thing that I do when I go ahead and I do my makeup routine every day is I go ahead and I start off moisturizing the face. So I had already washed my face and I had already exfoliated, did all that stuff. Typically, you want to wash your face, exfoliate, because it cleans out all the dirt on your face and it makes the makeup apply a lot smoother, and it helps your face not get super cakey throughout the day as well. So now that I did all that, what I do next, I go in with my Neutrogena Hydro Boost. This is super good if you have dull skin, dry skin. If you have oily skin, I do not recommend this because it is meant to hydrate your skin fully. It is called Hydro Boost Water Gel. Okay, so it is definitely not for you oily skin gals or guys or gals. So now that you've finished moisturizing, what's next? Primer. So you want to go ahead and prime your face depending on your skin type. I go ahead and I use my Maybelline Master Prime. I really like this. I've been using these Master Primes by Maybelline. I've tried a few of them, and I would say this is probably my favorite one that I've gotten from them, especially if you have like a rough texture, which I do because of all the acne that I've had. Plus, I still kind of do have some. So it just helps smooth out my skin and my texture and all that stuff. So if you have that type of problem, I would really recommend this primer, and it's cheap compared to if you were to go to Ulta, Sephora. This I think was $11.99. Not bad. So you go ahead, and I like to add about like a nickel size, dime size, whatever the hell. Okay, so once I prime, now I can go ahead and I can do my foundation, okay? I know that this one is super popular, like drugstore foundation. I love this one. I have been using it forever. My cats are here now. Hey guys, this is my little guy. Say hi. So yeah, so this one is a super popular foundation. And I love this one. I've been using it for like 3 years now. Is honestly, whenever someone asks me, hey, what drugstore foundation would you recommend? This is the one I always say, just because it's never failed me. So they have a matte and poreless, or if your skin is dry, you can go ahead and you can use the Dewy Smooth, I believe it's called, foundation. But I do like this one because I do tend to like a poreless and matte makeup look. Main reason why I go for this one. This is my e.l.f. Beauty Blender. Again, another drugstore product. This is my everyday drugstore makeup routine. So everything here is 100% drugstore. Everything, okay? So this is also drugstore, okay? I'm gonna just go ahead and apply this on your face. Do you guys like my little like headband I got? I got it at Amazon. They send you a pack of 8. I believe it's a pack of 8 for $8, $7. That's probably one of the best things I invested in. You get a whole set, and I just like wearing them. I just like wearing them to do my makeup and skincare and all that stuff. If you just tap away, I always recommend tap, don't drag. Tap. Okay, so I went ahead and I did my foundation. This is what it looks like with only the foundation. I'm going to come a little closer so you guys can see. This is 2 layers that I do. So I do 1 layer, I let it sit for like 10 seconds or so it doesn't be too tacky, and then I go and I do 1 more layer with more of my problem areas, and then that's it. So this is what it looks like, okay? And then next what I do is I go ahead and I brighten under my eyes. So I go ahead and I use this, my CoverGirl TruBlend Undercover. And this is in the color Porcelain. So they don't have, that's like the lightest color they have is a fair porcelain. So I go ahead and I highlight under my eyes, brighten under my eyes, whatever you want to call it. Then I'll go here. I'll go right here a little bit. I'm just going to do a little bit on my forehead. Very little because I already have a really big forehead. So I don't need it coming out any bit more than it already does. Okay? When it comes to doing under my eyes, I actually use my fingers. I go in with my fingers. I just feel that you get a lot more coverage with using your fingers with this. So I just go ahead and I do that. So I went ahead and I highlighted, you know, brightened under my eyes, and I also did my lids as well with that same CoverGirl TruBlend concealer. So I did that. So next what I do is, of course, I, you know, go ahead in with my powder. Rimmel Stay Matte powder. And this is in the color transparent. I do not bake because it's a little too much for me. I bake sometimes if I really need a coverage, but since this is my everyday makeup tutorial, I do not bake. You could go ahead with your brush. And I'm using my Real Techniques brush. You don't want to use too much powder because it could be a little overwhelming and it can turn out to look like a freaking disaster, and we do not want that. And then I also like to go ahead and powder my face a little bit. I'm using this brush. I cannot remember what the brand is, if I'm being fully honest. I'm going to use this. Same powder was the Rimmel, and I just go ahead and I put it around my face. Very light, nothing too crazy, because you don't want to look caked out. And powder is one of the main things that causes a lot of cakiness to your makeup. I did foundation my neck and I did powder it as well. Okay, so now that I powdered my face, a little last step that I do before I start bronzing and stuff is I like to take my beauty blender and I like to just go through after I powdered on this like end right here on the flat side, and I like to just pat. So what this does, or what I have found it to do, is it takes kind of off any excess powder that you might have, meaning it helps you not look freaking crazy and cakey with maybe if you added too much powder or something. So this just helps smooth it out a little bit and just make your foundation sit better, to be honest. So now I'm gonna go on to bronzing. What I'm using is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer right here. Okay, and it is in the color bronzer, number 6676. And I'm going in with this brush right here. So I bought a whole brush set actually off of Amazon, and it looks like this. It comes with a cute little container, and I believe it was like $5. Okay, so yes, I Amazon that. I do not like a lot of bronzer. I think a lot of bronzer looks like you were thrown in mud, honestly. It doesn't look good too much, it's just too much. So I will take this and I will literally just tap. You don't want to go too crazy. Like I said, you're just tapping very lightly. Okay, so now that I have bronzed my face, pretty much my last step before like I do my mascara, using my Wet n Wild blush. Okay, and this is in the color, Pearl Scent Pink. When it comes to blushes, I mean, you have so many different options for blushes. I always like to go with like a rosy pink, a lighter kind of color. Brings out more color and a little more brightness to you when you use lighter color. It all depends on your skin tone as well. So I will go ahead and I will use my brush, and I am gonna just smile right here, because you don't want a whole blob of blush on you, so you're gonna have to spread it out. So my foundation and my makeup looks like this. This is what we got. I hope you guys enjoyed my everyday drugstore makeup tutorial. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was easy. I hope it wasn't too like blah. So I hope it was good, and I hope you guys come back and watch the rest of my videos. I'm going to be uploading very often now that we're in this whole like quarantine situation. I definitely will be uploading a lot more. So if you guys have not, you guys can look back at my video that I recorded, I believe yesterday or the day before. It's how I shave my face. So if you guys want to go show that video some love and then show this video some love, I would really, really appreciate it. And then I will see you guys back at my next video. Have a great day. Bye.